What EQs do you use when mastering? Now, in this studio, I have over here, I've got mix inside. So this isn't used in mastering, but I have Hyperion EQs over here and I have the Prometheus EQs over there. On this side is where I've got my mastering gear. So on my mastering side, I've got a West Audio Tube EQ and I've got a Better Maker mastering EQ. Now, you could consider the Cranbourne Audio Carnaby HE2 as another EQ. I've got the Legacy version and the black version down there as well. I don't consider those EQs. They're more what I consider them as is free band saturation. That's a multi-band saturation unit. So that's I don't consider it as an EQ. Many people do, but personally I don't. So I'm not even going to talk about it in this as an EQ. So the two EQs that are over here in the mastering chain are the West Audio Tube EQ and the Better Maker mastering EQ. Now, there's a reason I have those as my EQs. Number one is that they're digitally recallable. And as you'll notice, everything in here is digitally recallable. So I have these two EQs for a purpose. The West Audio, that is a really clean, that is a really coloured EQ. Lovely, beautiful EQ. It is my favourite EQ that is available on the market. I've used pretty much every EQ and this is by far the best EQ that you can get. It has so many features that you'll find use for every feature. The features are brilliant that are on it. But it's got this tone in the low end that's so amazing. It really does sound good. The Better Maker EQ, on the other hand, super clean. Beautiful, clean, clinical EQ. The two EQs perfectly complement each other. Now, what I have in my chain is I go into my West Audio Tube EQ and then I go into the Better Maker mastering EQ. I consider them as kind of like one EQ. The West Audio EQ, I'll use that to apply any EQ I want that needs sweet color, crispy tops, and I want this. That's my mastering EQ. That's my main EQ. I'll then use the Better Maker EQ for more precision work where it's more in the way of cuts, anything I want to do that's very clean. I'll use the West Audio in mid-side a lot, and I'll only ever really use the Better Maker in stereo. The two they're basically polar opposites, these EQs. One's beautifully coloured, lovely, and the other one is clean, clinical, and almost quite digital sounding. The two perfectly complement each other. So that's why I use these EQs in my mastering chain, and it's basically because I use one to get this lovely colour and one to get this very clean sound. Put them both together, you have the best of both worlds. Now, one thing you can do with the West Audio Tube EQ is you can change the output. So the output can be very clean or coloured and saturated and be honest with you, a lot better sounding. It does sound much better in my opinion when you turn on that coloured output. That really makes the EQ shine. So yeah, those are the two EQs that I use in my mastering chain, and that's currently as of 2025. It may change this time next year sometime. So yeah, we'll do an updated video on what EQs I'm using in the mastering chain in, I don't know, a year's time or so. But right now, it's the West Audio Tube EQ and the Better Maker mastering EQ. And I will probably add the Black Box HGQ when that comes out. That's one that I'm very much thinking of putting in here. So that will probably be one that you'll see in an updated video of what EQs do I use in my mastering chain.